range newspaper. Gautami.
Bharti garu, Jhansi garani, I would join a principal. I think we'll have to allow her.
Range newspaper. అందరినీ అడ్మిట్ ఆల్ చేశాను సార్, జాయిన్ అయినట్టున్నారు.
ఝాన్సీ గారు
నేను అడ్మిట్ ఆల్ చేశాను.
బట్ ఆవిడ ఎలా చేయాలని అంటున్నారు.
మీకు పైన జాయిన్ గౌతమ్ కూడా వస్తున్నాయి.
భారతి గారు ఝాన్సీ గారని ఈవిడ జాయిన్ ఇక్కడ దీంట్లో చూసుకోవచ్చు. అయితే ఝాన్సీ గారు we'll have to allow her.
మిమ్మల్ని
ఆవిడ లేదు, she is not there.
అందరినీ అడ్మిట్ ఆల్ చేశాను సార్, జాయిన్ అయినట్టున్నారు.
ఝాన్సీ గారు
నేను అడ్మిట్
she is
ఆల్
not part of the list
చేశాను.
principal. బట్ ఆవిడ ఎలా
So
చేయాలని
mom is there, sir.
మీకు పైన జాయిన్ గౌతమ్ కూడా వస్తున్నాయి.
భారతి గారు ఝాన్సీ గారని ఈవిడ జాయిన్ ఇక్కడ దీంట్లో చూసుకోవచ్చు. అయితే ఝాన్సీ
నాకు
we'll have
పేరు
to
కూడా వెయిటింగ్
allow
రూమ్
her.
లో లేదు.
ఆవిడకి ఫోన్ చేసి చెప్పండి. ఆవిడ లేదు, she is not there.
అందరినీ
Yes,
అడ్మిట్
sir.
ఆల్ ఇప్పుడు మిమ్మల్ని
Please ring her up.
చేశాను. మీకు కనిపిస్తుంది.
Please ring her up and say that she has to unmute her.
నేను అడ్మిట్
She is
ఆల్
not part of the
Okay,
list
sir.
చేశాను.
principal. But ఆవిడ ఎలా
So
చేయాలి?
mom
Next
is
name?
there, sir.
గౌతమి మీకు
Mom
పైన
is there in
జాయిన్
the
గౌతమ్
meeting.
కూడా
Mom has
వస్తున్నాయి.
to allow
భారతి
to
గారు
audio alert.
ఝాన్సీ గారని ఈవిడ జాయిన్
నేను
ఇక్కడ
అడ్మిట్
దీంట్లో
ఆల్
చూసుకోవచ్చు.
చేశాను.
Good
ఇక్కడ నాకు
We'll have
పేరు
to
కూడా వెయిటింగ్ రూమ్ లో లేదు.
ఆవిడకి ఫోన్ చేసి చెప్పండి. ఆవిడ లేదు, she is not
గౌతమి
there.
అల్లహరి అందరినీ
Yes,
అడ్మిట్
sir.
ఆల్
Alahari,
మిమ్మల్ని
Please ring her up.
చేశాను.
Please unmute your video. Please ring her up and say
Okay, sir.
that she has to unmute
One
her.
minute, sir. I
She is
will
not
take
part of
it.
the
Okay,
list.
sir.
చేశాను.
Principal. But ఆవిడ ఎలా
So
చేయాలి?
mom
Next
is
name?
there, sir.
Okay, we move on to the next person.
గౌతమి
She can come back later.
మీకు
Mom is
పైన
there in
జాయిన్
the
గౌతమ్
meeting.
కూడా
Mom has
వస్తున్నాయి.
to allow
భారతి
to
గారు
audio
నెక్స్ట్
alert.
ఝాన్సీ గారని
నేహారెడ్డి
జాయిన్
నేను
ఇక్కడ
అడ్మిట్
దీంట్లో
ఆల్
చూసుకోవాలి.
చేశాను. ఇక్కడ నాకు
We'll have
పేరు
to
కూడా వెయిటింగ్ రూమ్ లో లేదు.
ఆవిడకి ఫోన్ చేసి చెప్పండి. ఆవిడ లేదు, she is not
గౌతమి
there.
అల్లహరి అందరినీ
Yes,
అడ్మిట్
sir.
ఆల్
Alahari,
మిమ్మల్ని
Please ring her up.
చేశాను.
Please unmute your video. Please ring her up and say
Okay, sir.
that she has to unmute
One
her.
minute, sir.
She is not part of the
Okay,
list.
sir.
చేశాను.
Principal. But ఆవిడ ఎలా
So
చేయాలి?
mom
Next
is
name?
there, sir.
Okay, we move on to the next person. She
గౌతమి
can come back later.
మీకు
Mom
పైన
is there in the
జాయిన్
meeting.
గౌతమ్ కూడా
Mom has to
వస్తున్నాయి.
allow
భారతి
to
గారు
audio
నెక్స్ట్
alert.
ఝాన్సీ గారని
నేహారెడ్డి
ఇక్కడ
నేను
దీంట్లో
అడ్మిట్ ఆల్
చూసుకోవాలి.
చేశాను. ఇక్కడ నాకు
We'll have
పేరు
to
కూడా
unmute
వెయిటింగ్
her.
రూమ్ లో లేదు.
ఆవిడకి ఫోన్ చేసి చెప్పండి. ఆవిడ లేదు, she is not
గౌతమి
there.
అల్లహరి
What are you
అందరినీ
studying?
Yes, sir.
అల్లహరి మిమ్మల్ని
Please ring her up.
Attending with
Please
just
unmute
completed
your
our
video.
escape
Please
class.
ring her up and say
Okay, sir.
that she has to unmute
One
her.
minute, sir.
She is
Okay,
not part of the
Okay,
list.
sir.
Principal. But ఆవిడ ఎలా
Okay,
చేయాలి?
mom
Next
is
name?
computer, sir.
Okay, we move on to the next person. She can come back later.
మీకు పైన జాయిన్ గౌతమ్ కూడా వస్తున్నాయి.
భారతి గారు నెక్స్ట్ ఝాన్సీ గారని
నేహారెడ్డి
ఇక్కడ
నేను
దీంట్లో
అడ్మిట్
చూసుకోవాలి.
ఆల్ చేశాను. ఇక్కడ నాకు
We'll have
పేరు
to
కూడా
unmute
వెయిటింగ్ రూమ్ లో లేదు.
ఆవిడకి ఫోన్ చేసి చెప్పండి. ఆవిడ లేదు, she is not there. What are you studying?
మిమ్మల్ని
Please ring her up.
Attending with
Please
just
unmute
completed
your
our
video.
escape class.
Please
Yes,
ring
sir.
her up and say
Okay, sir.
that she has to unmute
One
her.
minute, sir.
She is not part of the
Okay,
list.
sir.
Principal. But ఆవిడ
Okay, mom is computer, sir.
Okay, we move on to the next person. She can come back later.
మీకు పైన జాయిన్ గౌతమ్ కూడా వస్తున్నాయి.
భారతి గారు ఝాన్సీ గారని
నేహారెడ్డి
ఇక్కడ
నేను
దీంట్లో
అడ్మిట్
చూసుకోవాలి.
ఆల్ చేశాను. ఇక్కడ నాకు
We'll have
పేరు
to
కూడా వెయిటింగ్ రూమ్ లో లేదు.
ఆవిడకి ఫోన్ చేసి చెప్పండి. ఆవిడ లేదు, she is not there. What are you studying?
మిమ్మల్ని
Attending with just completed our escape class.
Please
Yes, sir.
ring her up and say
Okay, sir.
that she has to unmute
One
her.
minute, sir.
She is not part of the list. Principal. But ఆవిడ
Okay, mom is computer, sir.
Okay, we move on to the next person. She can come back later. భారతి గారు ఝాన్సీ గారని ఇక్కడ దీంట్లో చూసుకోవాలి. ఆవిడకి ఫోన్ చేసి చెప్పండి. ఆవిడ లేదు, she is not there. What are you studying?
Attending with just completed our escape class. Yes, sir. Okay, sir.
Thank you. Same to all principal.
Okay, mom is computer, sir.
Thank you. Same to all principal.
Sir, it is with full volume, sir.
Okay.
I think I am audible, sir.
You are audible. Anyway, you are joining from mobile or desktop?
Mobile, sir.
Okay. Right. And those of you who have desktops, it is a better option in a Zoom call. Okay, please continue. Me staff
Yes, sir.
join in Jansi garu.
కొంతమంది ఉన్నారు, sir.
Okay.
They are joining, sir. One by one they are joining, sir. Yeah, it has reached to many, sir.
Okay.
Not only our college but also other colleges. Let us see, sir, this time how many of them will join.
Correct.
So giving civil services coaching or preparing students for state level, national level jobs, and even to reach them to global aspirations. We have aimed at such things, sir. But as you have joined our college as chairperson of Andhra Mala Sabha Arts and Science College recently, we got much inspiration as you yourself are one of the best civil servants in the country, sir. So we deem it as a privilege to start this civil servants aspirants group, and we have along with Mukta students union leaders, there are 17 students in that group, sir. Those who are part of also SQAC of our college have reached many students by motivating them for civil services, not only civil services at national level but also state level, because state government is giving notifications from time to time. We would like to encourage our students, especially final year students, both UG and PG, to concentrate not only on their studies programs but also on job opportunities, especially administrative positions. We expect our students to be on high levels in all aspects of their lives, especially they should link their education with employment, sir. From our management side, we are putting a lot of efforts, and this is one of its kind. With your permission, sir, now it is over to you, sir. Thank you so much, sir, for initiating such kind of activity in practice. And behind all these things, you are always there, sir, since you were joining as our chairperson, sir. Thank you very much from Andhra Mala Sabha Arts and Science College, sir. Students, I request all of you to utilize this program. It is a continuous program. Sir will interact with you very frequently, and we are going to train you in all aspects, and you have to be alert to utilize this facility. And also please do some homework every time, because sir is giving a lot of information in this AMS civil servant aspirants group. So you be sincere to yourself and fruitful to your family, not only your family but also to the society, which has given you a lot many things without asking anything. So that's the greatness of Indian administration. I want you to be part of the biggest group of civil servants in India, and you are the future administrators. I wish you all the best. Thank you very much, sir, for giving this opportunity. Have a nice day, sir. And once again, happy National Civil Servants Day, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Dr. Jansi garu. Mukta, would you like to say a few words on behalf of the students? Mukta.
Yes, sir.
Switch on your video and then make your observation.
A very good morning, sir.
Good morning.
A very good morning to all the students who are present here. So it is really a coincidence that on this day, that is April 21st, on National Civil Services Day, we are very blessed to be hearing your lecture on this day, sir. Thank you from all the student side that you have been, I mean, even in your busy schedule, you are giving us time and providing us with good lectures, sir. And I would promise you, sir, that all our AMS students will reach to your expectations and we will work hard. I also wanted to tell all the students that I request all the students to maintain discipline in the class, listen to sir's words and also follow sir's instructions. And thank you, sir.
Thank you. Any other student executive member wants to speak, Mukta? Hello? Hello? Jhansi garu, any other faculty member would like to say anything for a minute or two?
Hello.
Yeah,
You are
that's
audible,
Jhansi.
sir. Mukta.
Mukta has finished. No, I wanted
Yes, sir.
to know.
Finished. Ante ఎవరైనా ఇంకా
ఎవరైనా
names
students,
కోసం
yes, ఎవరైనా students కానీ లేకపోతే faculty members who have joined, whether they want to add anything. Okay. Now, thank you, Dr. Jhansi garu and Mukta and her friends who are part of this group, the executive group, and a very warm welcome and a very good morning to all the students of the Andhra Mahila Sabha who are wanting to pursue civil services. ఈ సివిల్ సర్వీసెస్ ప్రోగ్రామ్ లో భాగస్వామ్యం అనేది కేవలం సర్వీస్ లో ప్రభుత్వ సర్వీస్ లో చేరడంతో పాటు అనేక మార్గాల్లో మనకున్నటువంటి అవకాశాలని వినియోగించుకోవడానికి మనం చేసే ఒక ప్రయత్నం. ఆ ప్రయత్నానికి మీరందరూ ఈ ప్రయత్నంలో భాగస్వామ్యం అవుతున్నందుకు, ఒక పట్టుదలగా మనకున్నటువంటి అవకాశాలని వినియోగించుకోవాలని మీరు అనుకుంటున్నందుకు చాలా సంతోషం. నేను దాదాపుగా ఒక 10 నెలలుగా 40 కళాశాలల్ని 40కి పైబడి ఈ 2 తెలుగు రాష్ట్రాలను చూడటం జరిగింది. గత 10 నెలలుగా అటు టీచర్స్ తోనూ ఇటు స్టూడెంట్స్ తోనూ అనేక సందర్భాల్లో ఇంటరాక్షన్స్ జరిగినాయి in different parts of these 2 Telugu speaking states. ఎవరికైతే సివిల్ సర్వీస్ ఆస్పిరేషన్ ఉందో వారందరూ కూడా ఇన్వేరియబుల్ గా క్రమం తప్పకుండా వార్తాపత్రికల్ని, న్యూస్ పేపర్స్ ని చదవాలి. నేను గమనించినంత వరకు 99% of the students are not reading the newspapers, ముఖ్యంగా ఇంగ్లీష్ న్యూస్ పేపర్స్. తెలుగు న్యూస్ పేపర్స్ చదువుతున్న వారి సంఖ్య ఆడపిల్లల్లో ఇంకా తక్కువ. మగ పిల్లలు అక్కడక్కడ చదువుతున్నారు కానీ ఆడపిల్లలు న్యూస్ పేపర్స్ చదువుతున్న సంఖ్య చాలా తక్కువ. ఈ రోజున మీరు if you want to make an effort at civil service, if you are not familiar with what is happening all around you, you are nowhere in the competition. మన దేశంలో దాదాపు 10-11 లక్షల మంది ప్రతి సంవత్సరం ఈ సివిల్ సర్వీసెస్ ఎగ్జామినేషన్స్, ఐఎమ్ టాకింగ్ ఆఫ్ ది ఆల్ ఇండియా సర్వీసెస్ అండ్ సెంట్రల్ సర్వీసెస్, ఈ సివిల్ సర్వీసెస్ పరీక్షల కోసం ప్రయత్నం చేయడం జరుగుతుంది. కాబట్టి మీరు మీ ప్రాథమికమైనటువంటి కర్తవ్యం న్యూస్ పేపర్ చదవడం. నేను అది మెసేజ్ లో కూడా చెప్పడం జరిగింది నేను రాత్రి. సో యువర్ ఫస్ట్ టాస్క్ ఈస్ టు స్టార్ట్ రీడింగ్ newspaper, preferably an English newspaper. Unless you want to take the civil service examination in Telugu or some other regional language, I would strongly advise you to start reading an English newspaper and spend a minimum of 1.5 to 2 hours every day. And this you'll have to do for the next 3 to 4 years to be anywhere in the competition. If you have not done it, you are nowhere in the competition. Number 1. Number 2, మీలో చాలా మందికి తెలిసి ఉండొచ్చు, కొంతమందికి తెలియకపోవచ్చు. There are 3 ఆల్ ఇండియా సర్వీసెస్. మన దేశంలో 3 ఆల్ ఇండియా సర్వీసెస్ ఉన్నాయి. ఒకటి ఇండియన్ అడ్మినిస్ట్రేటివ్ సర్వీస్, రెండవది ఇండియన్ పోలీస్ సర్వీస్, మూడవది ఇండియన్ ఫారెస్ట్ సర్వీస్. ఫారెస్ట్ ఇవి కాకుండా దాదాపు 100 సెంట్రల్ సర్వీసెస్ ఆర్ దేర్. ఈ సెంట్రల్ సర్వీసెస్ లో మళ్ళీ గ్రూప్ ఏ అండ్ గ్రూప్ బి అనే సెంట్రల్ సర్వీసెస్ ఉన్నాయి. కాబట్టి మీరు చేసే ఈ ప్రయత్నం ఆల్ ఇండియా సర్వీసెస్ కి, తర్వాత సెంట్రల్ సర్వీసెస్ కి కూడా పనికొస్తుంది. అండ్ మీరు సెలెక్ట్ అవ్వాలని కోరిక, సెలెక్ట్ అవుతారనే ధీమా ఉండాలి. కానీ సెలెక్ట్ కాకపోయినా కూడా ఈ ఆల్ ఇండియా సర్వీసెస్ లో కానీ సెంట్రల్ సర్వీసెస్ లో కానీ ద హోల్ ప్రాసెస్ ఆఫ్ ప్రిపరేషన్ is transformation. మీరు ఏ ప్రయత్నాన్ని చేస్తున్నారో, ఏ యొక్క క్రమంలో ప్రిపేర్ అవుతున్నారో, భాషని మన చుట్టూతా ఉన్నటువంటి విషయాలను తెలుసుకునే ప్రయత్నం చేస్తున్నారో, ఆ ప్రాసెసే ఇట్స్ గోయింగ్ టు బి ట్రాన్స్ఫర్మేషనల్. సో ప్లీజ్ బివేర్ ఆఫ్ దిస్. Even if you don't succeed at the end of these 3-4 years, you will be a much better person, which will help you in facing the society with a lot of confidence, lot of compassion wherever needed, and with articulation. Kabatti bhasha paranga, subject paranga, the preparation is going to be transformational as far as the student is concerned. Ante kakunda newspaper చదవటం అనేది, it is not a very casual action. It is an important step. ఇప్పుడు గత 7-8 సంవత్సరాలుగా యూపీఎస్సి ప్యాటర్న్ ని గనక మీరు గమనించినట్టయితే, వారు సమాచారం కంటే కూడా they are expecting the underlying logic to be understood by the aspirants. సమాజంలో అనేకమైన పరిణామాలు, మార్పులు జరుగుతున్న క్రమంలో వాటి అండర్లయింగ్ లాజిక్ ని కానీ, సీక్వెన్స్ ని కానీ, సీక్వెన్షియాలిటీ కానీ they are expecting the students to be familiar. Kabatti, unless you are thorough with all the developments, you will not be able to be successful. That's number 1. Kabatti, meeru newspaper చదివేటప్పుడు my advice to you would be concentrate on the first page where there is news. ఇవాళ రేపు న్యూస్ పేపర్స్ లో చాలా న్యూస్ పేపర్స్ లో అడ్వర్టైజ్మెంట్స్ వస్తున్నాయి. ఇగ్నోర్ ఆల్ ది అడ్వర్టైజ్మెంట్స్. Concentrate on the first page of the news. The first page of the news law, most of the developments pertaining to the previous day or the previous days would be captured. And my advice to all the students is you open a 500-page register. I mentioned it in my note also, in my message. మీరు దాదాపు ఒక 500 పేజీల పుస్తకాన్ని you need to open and start writing the gist of what you read every day. The gist of what you read every day. Let me show you one register. I have got 3-4 registers, and this is how I would expect you to open a register of about 500 pages. Start writing date-wise, the in a chronological order, all important items that you have read in the newspaper. And the front page is an important source for that. Newspaper lo front page ayin taravata, the most important page is the editorial page. The editorial page of a newspaper normally has 1 or 2 editorials, and Hindu has about 2 editorials except on Sundays, and 2 or 3 center page articles or editorial page articles. And you need to be thorough with those editorials and also the center page articles which are there in the newspaper. And మీరు గనుక if you subscribe Hindu, నేను మెసేజ్ లో కూడా చెప్పాను, the subscription of the e-edition of Hindu per year would be about 1200. You can also subscribe to other newspapers in English like Times of India, Indian Express. ఈ మూడిట్లో I think there is a message. Mukta, can you start admitting all those who are waiting in the room? Mukta.
Yes, sir, I'm doing it, sir.
Please do that. Now, but those who join now.
Now she is co-host, sir, Mukta.
Right.
So she can admit.
So Mukta, go on admitting those students. But students should realize that it is not an open-ended process. When I say 11 o'clock, you should be there by 11 o'clock. There's no question of you are coming leisurely. But then this admission also will stop in another 5 minutes. Mukta, please make sure that let them wait.
Okay,
Or
sir.
go to the YouTube channel. That's all. We can't go on admitting and wasting time for those who come late. I think
Sir,
yeah.
Excuse me, sir. This link has been sent so 15 minutes or 20 minutes before, sir. Others are also joining, sir. Other than our college, please for this time allow them, sir. Next time we'll see to that it is.
They can join, but they can
Yeah.
see. That means
Yes,
that somebody will have to be on this job of admitting throughout the session. That's a waste of time.
Mukta will do that.
Mukta
For
everything.
today. Yes, sir. For today only, sir. Today only.
No, they
Next
can
time we'll-
see
Yes, sir.
after 10 minutes. Jhansi garu, after 10 minutes,
Yes,
they
sir.
can go to the YouTube channel and watch.
Okay,
That's
sir.
all. See,
Okay.
it's not that they are denied, but they will not have the luxury of participation if they join at 11:30 and wants to exercise their right.
Yes, sir. This time be kind enough to join them, sir, please.
Yeah, Mukta, for another 10 minutes, you admit them. After that, they can join the YouTube channel.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, but I think you should tell your friends that punctuality is very, very essential. Any good professional is always punctual. And that's the mark of the professional competence of an individual. Whenever you go for any meetings, half your personality is made if you are punctual. Stick to the time, both this commencement and end time. Adi pillalki teliyadu. Now, as far as the newspaper is concerned, please make a gist and also index the items that you write. మీరు ఏ రోజున ఏ ఐటమ్స్ గురించి రాసుకున్నారో ఆ ఐటమ్స్ ని ఇండెక్స్ చేయండి.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Sir, shall we ask students to send the gist of this meeting, sir, in their report or in mail?
They should. ఇప్పుడు ఎవరైతే జాయిన్ అయినారో ఊరికే వినటం కాదు, ఏమేం మనం డిస్కస్ చేసుకున్నామో దే షుడ్ సెండ్ ఎ జిస్ట్ ఆఫ్ దిస్ అండ్ హ్యావ్ ఇట్ ఒక గూగుల్ షీట్ తయారు చేసి ముక్తా.
Yes, sir.
కంప్యూటర్స్ వాళ్ళు ఎవరైనా ఉన్నారు ఇక్కడ ఈ సెషన్ లో కంప్యూటర్ టీచర్స్? ఝాన్సీ గారు
Is there, sir? Priyanka.
సో ఒక గూగుల్ షీట్ చేసి let them enter all the details in that so that we know that hello,
Our programmer Tirupati has created live streaming, sir. So there is backend, sir. No problem.
no adi sare, but we'll once they listen to us in any session,
Yes, sir.
they should cultivate the practice of writing down the gist of what has been mentioned so that
Yes,
they
sir.
recapitulate. That's the point being made.
Yes, sir.
They recapitulate what has been discussed. Adi urke
Yes, sir.
venadam velipodam kaadu, idu puranam kaadu kada.
Yes, sir.
Puranam kaadu kabatti they should recapitulate what has been discussed, and it's a way of remembering what has been mentioned. Hello, yeah, whoever is not participating, please mute your mics. Now indexing of the news items that you have read, prepared a gist, and also the editorials and these articles in the editorial page. It's an important thing because after 1 year you would not know, you would have written about a particular thing, but you do not know where it is, which page has that. Anduvalla you leave some pages for indexing at the beginning of the register and have the registers opened immediately. You should have at least 4 of them. I'll tell you what are the subjects that you should have in these registers. 1 register for all matters pertaining to the state of Telangana, because we are all part of Telangana, and you will be taking any number of examinations pertaining to Telangana state. And those of you who have not started reading an English newspaper should do so from today. No Telugu newspaper will give the kind of information that you get in an English newspaper. Kabatti, please, Shilpa, please mute your mic. Shilpa Sunday. Now, once you start writing down the gist, index whatever you have written on a daily basis. Number 1. Number 2, every day you will have in the newspaper, in addition to the front page and also the editorial page, there are items relating to our state, that is Telangana state, and also there is a page called the regional page, and this regional page would consist of the developments important developments relating to 3 to 4 states, mostly the southern states. In addition, on most days you will have a news items relating to international affairs. So you need to write, you have to have 1 register for international affairs, 1 register for, let's say, the items relating to the state. The third is for all aspects relating to economics and finance, both national and international. Economics and finance subjects, both national and international finances. The last one may relate to science and technology. Science and technology. So you need to have these science and technology developments all over the world, including our own country. So these 4 registers you need to have and start writing from today. And as I said in my message in the group, the Hindu newspaper is available for 7 days free of cost. The free edition of Hindu, e-edition of Hindu is available in the net. Has somebody been making use of that? Has anybody been making use of the e-edition or e-paper of Hindu? Can you raise your hands? Do we know if they raise their hands here, Bhartgar or Mukta? Hello?
Yes, sir, they can do that. Messaging
No, but
and
do
chatting.
we know?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Mukta, please look into.
It's visible
E-paper
on the
is available.
screen, sir.
Yeah.
E-paper, somebody said e-paper is available in Telegram free of cost. Correct. Daily there are many channels. There are many newspapers. In fact, almost all newspapers in the world, important newspapers, are available in that news bot. Isn't it? There is a news bot in the Telegram group, and you can read them every day. Has anybody been doing it?
Sir, I will be sharing it, sir.
Yeah, please do that. Who is that? Bhavani Reddy?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, please share that. Let us see.
Okay, sir.
Share it on the screen. In fact, the Telegram newspaper bot has almost all the newspapers, important newspapers of the world, plus the periodicals, the magazines are also available. The magazines are also available in that bot, but then it takes some time. So this next item that I thought I'll tell you is you need to be thorough.
Sorry, sir. The channel has been closed.
Huh? Okay, the channel is closed, is it?
Yes, sir. Due to
Okay.
government.
Right. Okay, doesn't matter. Now, be familiar with what is available. Now, Principal Garu, Hansi Garu, please subscribe to the e-edition
Sure, sir.
immediately,
Sure, sir.
and let it be displayed in a hall. As I said, through a computer. It should be projected onto a screen through the projector.
Yes, sir.
It can be connected to the desktop, which has a subscription of Hindu, etc.
Yes, sir.
The second thing is, the second most important thing all of you should do is, all those who are now attending these sessions should be thoroughly familiar with the districts in Telangana. There are 33 districts in Telangana, and the details of all the 33 districts are available in Wikipedia. They are available in Wikipedia. You must write at least 2 to 3 pages about each district. And I mentioned in my message what you need to write about the district. Can anybody tell me what I have mentioned as to what is to be written about a district? I have put it in my message yesterday. Did anybody have time to go through it?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Lahari, can you tell me what I have said in my message?
Yes, sir. Every district's literacy rate and the total population, national
No,
highways.
what is it? 1 minute. Let us be sequential. What's the most important aspect I mentioned? First aspect I mentioned about the district.
Sir, its location and geographical area, forest
Correct.
area.
Why am I saying its location? Priscilla,
Sir,
why is it important? Why is location important?
Because by seeing the location and its geographical area, we can able to know everything about that particular place, what's the merits and demerits of that area.
Now, what are the merits and demerits of an area? You see, these are all physical features. There can't be any merits or demerits. They're all existing features. Anyway, so location of the district, let's say about Adilabad. Adilabad is in our state.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes,
What,
sir.
why is Adilabad important? What is its location to do with the district and its
Sir.
geography? Yeah.
Sir, because of its demographic location, I mean the forest areas there and the tribal population, which is in majority, the Gond tribes and
Right.
the development level there. I mean the literacy, the education, the women development, depending on the demographic location. and
What is the
geography.
other important part of Adilabad, aspect of Adilabad? What is the other important aspect? Apart from the tribals, forest area, what is
I
the most
think-
important aspect of Adilabad?
Sir, I think the Kavva Tiger Sanctuary, which is
Huh?
in Manchiral district.
No, that's Mancherial is within Telangana.
Yeah.
Adilabad district. Adilabad district. Yes, somebody wants to say, Kirti?
Natural resources, like water.
Huh? Hello?
Tourist attraction places like waterfalls.
You're not audible. Whoever is speaking, you should be clear.
Sir,
We are
Adilabad
water
is known
bodies,
as
sir, like
the-
One at a time. One at a time. Yeah.
Sir, may I speak?
Tourist attractions.
No, that's all fine. Adilabad
Hello?
is at the border of the state of Telangana with which state?
Maharashtra. sir.
Maharashtra. That's right. So it has certain connotation. When you say Adilabad is in the border of Telangana and it shares its border with, let's say, Maharashtra, what do you mean by that? What's the understanding?
One more thing, sir. If we look by environmental aspect, Adilabad grows a lot of cotton, so it's called white cotton, white
No,
gold
cotton,
city.
cotton growing has nothing to do with its being borders. You see, when you say borders, it has a connotation. What is that connotation?
So it is a mixture of
Cultural
aggregation
aspect.
of cultures.
Huh?
Cultural
It is
aspect.
the aggregation of cultures, sir.
No, culture is one. What are the other things? In terms of economics, what does it mean?
So for trading means the distance is so
What is the most
Yeah, that's
important thing that you noticed during pandemic? In the
Sir, the
initial
migrant
stages, in the
from-
initial stages of the pandemic, what did you notice? As
Sir,
a
the
major
migrant
problem,
shifting
as a
from
major
states-
problem.
Migration.
Economic depression.
Good.
Migration.
Migration. Migration. You see,
As it is 20 kilometers
when the
from border.
when the lockdown was announced, migration and people who are in different parts of the country was the most important thing. Do you know what is the extent of migration of people in our country at any point of time? How many people are normally migrating every year for work? How many people are, at any point of time, how many persons are migrants in that sense of the word? Mandesarlo.
Sir,
Any
some
guess?
thousands of people, I think.
No. That's a vague. If you know the answer, tell me. Otherwise, it's a vague answer. Have
Don't know, sir.
anybody? Yes? Navdeep?
Millions of people.
That's a vague. I don't want vague answers. I want a specific answer. Navdeep?
Sir, around
Don't know,
200
sir.
million.
Huh?
Around 200 million.
That is 20 crores.
Sir, nearly 20 lakhs of people migrating yearly to the Arab countries like Dubai, Saudi Arabia.
I'm talking of the migrants within our country from one place to another. I'm not talking of international migration. So you see, that's where at any point of time in our country, the figures of migration range between 7 to 10 crores. 7 to 10 crores. Incidentally, what is the population of our country?
142 crore 87 lakhs,
Sir,
sir.
140,
By
142.8.
the time you start, the number would have changed, isn't it? Or it's constantly changing. Right. You are right.
142 crore 87 lakhs.
142 crores. Of them, how many are children? Of them.
So, sir, mostly 60% of them are students, sir.
No, I'm talking of children. I'm not talking of students. Out of these 140 crores, how many are children? That is less than 18.
Percentage.
Less
Sir,
than
up
18.
to 25.26 crores.
It's almost 400 million children.
The number of children in our country is about
444 million.
47 to 48 crores. Out of the 142 crores of population. About 48 crores. Okay. So now the point is, out of the working population, at any time, you have about 7 to 10 crores of migrants within the country. So this was a major problem when the pandemic surfaced, and there was a lot of people who were stranded in different parts of the country because of the sudden declaration of lockout. Now the point I'm making is, if you have about 7 to 10 crores of migrants and they are migrating from one area to another, there are a number of border districts in our own state. One state that we have borders is Maharashtra. Which is the other state that we have borders with?
Karnataka and Andhra Pradesh.
Andhra Pradesh. Any other state?
Andhra Pradesh. Chhattisgarh, sir.
Chhattisgarh.
Now you started visualizing the state of Telangana, and now you are looking at the borders of these border states, namely Maharashtra, Chhattisgarh, Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh, etc. Now, this will give you some kind of a perspective. That's why location of the area is very important from an economic standpoint. So all of you in the next 1 month shall prepare a 3 to 4 page write-up on each one of these states, starting with the following aspects: the location, the total area of the district, and out of this, how much is cultivated area, how much is forest area, how much is the area irrigated, what is the extent of various crops grown in each one of the districts, etc. In addition to the demographic figures like the population and male female sex ratio, the literacy, the other economic activities, including of course the geographical features like rivers, the hills, mountains, plus the road length. The road length is very important. Why is road length important? Why
Because
is the road
Transport.
Yes?
Because it connects our state to different states in our country, sir, which may be easy
Yes.
for transport, trading, and all this.
Absolutely, number one. Number two, in addition to connecting, roads have now become centers of development. Once a lot of civilization was nearby the rivers, streams, etc. Now a lot of
Infrastructure.
emergence of habits, habitations has now been shifted to the roads. Have you noticed it or not?
Yes, sir. Infrastructure has become major important aspect.
Yeah, Kirti, will you explain?
Sir, nowadays infrastructure has become the important aspect for connecting to.
Can you tell me an example of how a road has transformed the whole area?
So, for example, yes, sir. Now NH44, which is connected from Kashmir to Kanyakumari, goes
Right.
from.
No, I'm talking of much nearer home. NH44 is one, but what about nearby our own state? Have you not heard of the Outer Ring Road and its transformation and the transformation that it has brought about? Now there is another road which is now being formed. What is that called?
Sir, regional ring road, sir.
Regional Ring Road. Good. Who said that?
Bhavani Reddy, sir.
Bhavani Reddy. What are the areas that the Regional Ring Road is connecting? Which are the places? Have you heard of that?
Yeah, few places like Yadadri.
Good. So now, like the Outer Ring Road, now the government of Telangana and the government of India are now coming up with a Regional Ring Road in addition to upgradation of roads. So the transportation and particularly the road transport is becoming very, very important. And you need to write about the transportation of each district when you write about a district. In addition to the agricultural activities, if there is horticultural activities, if there is pisciculture, if there are activities relating to others. You see, for instance, in the districts of Karimnagar, Nizamabad, there is a traditional industry. What is that industry? Traditional industry, which is very widely.
Textile industry. Textile industry.
Textile plus?
And mineral, like coal.
I'm talking of Nizamabad. What is very famous in Nizamabad? Bidi making, traditional industries.
Yes, sir.
Cotton industries. Sugar factory also.
Sugar factories. So all these, when you write about a district, you should start writing about these districts so that you get to know what is happening. Now, who said we can know the occupied area around the district? Okay, handlooms, right? Now, so where is this information available? Where is the information available about each district? Where do you get this?
Wikipedia.
Wikipedia.
Wikipedia and other websites, and also newspapers.
Every district has a write-up about the district in the Wikipedia. So please gather the details from the Wikipedia. In addition, number of district collectorates have the websites, and these websites can also be made use of if they are updated. Okay. So the Wikipedia is another source of information. So your first objective is in the next 1 month, all those who are part of this process of preparation of civil services should write about the 33 districts, 3 pages about each district, 33 districts. And I mentioned the other day in the interaction that there are how many districts in our country?
33.
I'm talking of the country. How many districts are there in the country? How many states are in our country?
28
around
28 states, sir.
28
states.
And how many union territories?
8
Seven.
union territories.
8 union territories. That's right.
8, sir.
So-
8, right, sir.
So all of you in the next 2 years should write a minimum of 5 pages about number 1, each state and each union territory. That's in the next 2 years. More important, there are right now, how many districts are there in the country? Somebody said,
Sir, around
764,
764.
sir.
huh?
766 districts, sir.
Around
Right
744, sir.
Huh?
744.
There are about 765 districts and then
734.
and then
765.
if you add this newly formed districts or newly formed districts of Rajasthan, it will be almost 790, 770, 775 to they are going up to 795 districts. And by the time you complete, the number may cross 850. It's possible. So each one of you should write a minimum of 3 pages about each one of these 700 or 800 districts in the next 2 years. It's absolutely essential. That will give you a phenomenal understanding of this country, in addition to writing about the states. Okay. Now, the district details are also available in the net. The district details are also available in the net, of course, in the Wikipedia. You can go to the websites of different states. Some of the states have maintained very good websites. You can do that. Now, while civil service preparation is very important, it's not as if there are no options available for you. Those of you who are science students, there are a number of CSIR organizations which are there in the country. And these CSIR organizations are, what are the CSIR organizations? What is CSIR? Any student, science student? Are there science students here? Mukta?
Sir, related to research.
Now, what is CSIR?
Sir, it's
Council of Scientific and Industrial Research. The Council of Scientific and Industrial Research.
Council of Scientific and Industrial Research. Which are the
Yes, sir.
CSIR organizations which are in a vicinity of about 5 kilometers from Andhra Mahila Sabha?
It's located in Napsipura, sir, near Tarnaka, IICT.
What are they? What are they?
One is CCMB and CSIR near the Indian Institute of Chemical Technology. Memorial School.
Right? There are 37 CSIR organizations, labs in our country. 37 CSIR labs. In addition, there are nearly 39 to 40 their outreach centers. So you need to be familiar if you are a science student and if you are trying to pursue your scientific, want to pursue your scientific knowledge, you need to be familiar with what is happening in these institutions. So those of you who want to pursue a scientific career, please try to gather as many details as possible. And if some of you want to go to these institutions as interns, and if you are keen on that, please give your names to the principal. We will try to facilitate your internship in those organizations. Which is the most important scientific institution in our country? Most important scientific institution. Can anybody mention?
Sir, ISRO, Indian Space Research Organization.
ISRO deals with some aspects of science and technology, but that's not the most important scientific institution. Anybody
Sir,
else?
Indian Agriculture.
Huh? I'm talking of
Indian
one
Agriculture.
organization. I'm talking of one organization. Have any of you heard? Are there any science lecturers, Jansigar, in this group? Are there any science lecturers who have joined this group right now or part of this?
Yes, sir.
Who are the science lecturers?
Sir, I'm Priyanka from Statistics Department, sir.
Yeah, Priyanka gar, you're a lecturer, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
So, which is the most important scientific institution in the country? I give you one or two guesses.
Sir, is it DRDO?
DRDO is a conglomerate like the CSIR. DRDO has a number of labs all over the country. The Indian Institute of Sciences, Bangalore. Have you not heard of this name, Priyanka garu?
Yes, sir, I heard.
The Indian Institute of Sciences, Bangalore, is the most important scientific institution in our country right now. And when was this established? This was established in the year 1908. This Indian Institute of Sciences was established in 1908. And who are the persons who are instrumental in establishing this IISc? Has anybody been reading about IISc? The most important persons who had a role in the establishment of IISc in our country is one is Jamshedji Tata. Jamshedji Tata, the grandfather of the present gentleman.
Ratan Tata.
Yes, Ratan Tata. The second person who had conceptualized the idea of a scientific institution for the first time in the country is Swami Vivekananda. Swami Vivekananda and Jamshedji Tata discussed the possibility of establishing a research institution for upgrading the skills of our people and also for improving research relating to steel industry in the 1890s, etc. And when the idea was being conceptualized, the Mysore Maharaja has donated about 370 acres of land at Bangalore for the establishment of the Indian Institute of Sciences. That's how the IISc came into being in 1908. And one of the most important directors of this institute is Dr. C.V. Raman. Have you heard of him? You
Yes,
must
sir.
have followed. What is Dr. Sir C.V. Raman famous for?
Raman effect. For
Right.
Raman effect.
What does it mean? What does the Raman effect mean?
Light passes through a medium.
Right. In any case, you know that. So the Sir C.V. Raman was its most important director, and he was the person who gave international visibility to this institution, the Indian Institute of Sciences. And the three persons who have had a role in the establishment of the IISc were J.R.D. Tata. Originally, this was discussed with Swami Vivekananda, and Mysore Maharaja gave an extent of 370 acres of land and also granted about 50 lakhs of rupees for the establishment of this institution. And this institution is today the leading scientific institution of our country. And two persons two couples, the Bakchis and the Pardasaradhis, have recently announced a donation of 425 crores for establishing a 800-bedded hospital at the IISc, and this hospital will do integrated work relating to the integration of science, medicine, and technology. And they are planning to award a dual degree, which is a combination of MD and PhD. MD, which means medical doctors will be awarded a dual degree, which is a combination of PhD and medicine. So integrated medical science and technology degree is being awarded, and for this purpose an 800-bedded hospital is being established in the premises of IISc, and the students who will join this will conduct seminal research, which is an integration of medicine, science, and technology. That's why I mentioned the other day to your students, to your teachers, that most of the engineering colleges will soon start medical schools or courses relating to medicine. And IITs like IIT Kharagpur have already established medical schools. The IIT Hyderabad is now establishing, has started a number of certification or diploma programs relating to medicine. And integration of subjects is going to be the in thing. Interdisciplinary studies will be brought into your curriculum. Though you are studying arts, it will be possible for you to take a course in biotechnology, a certification program, and IIT Hyderabad is now coming out with courses which have the effect of enabling you to get certification courses, and that will improve your employability. So keep this in mind. Start looking at the opportunities that are available. The point I'm mentioning is, while you need to make your very hard and very determined preparation for civil services, there are any number of opportunities that are also emerging. There was a discussion the other day, only about 15 to 17 of our employable youth get jobs. All the others are jobs in the organized or government sector. What about the remaining 85? The 85% will have to now start looking at opportunities of establishing units. That's why a number of organizations are now trying to help in coming out with entrepreneurial programs. In fact, we will soon also facilitate an entrepreneurial program for youth, thanks to the effort of one NRI. For the next 6 months, what we will do is we will see a performance of those who join this civil services program. We will conduct regular mentoring classes. We will request different people to take classes, and I'll be, of course, there for most of them. Once I see that your performance is good, we will, after watching your performance for the next 6 months, I will see that you get admission in one of the coaching centers, and the entire expenditure of that coaching will be borne by an NRI who is willing to take on. There may be 15, 20, 30 students, but that will be only after we assess your performance for the next 6 to 8 months. Please bear this in mind. The entire expenditure will be borne by the NRI. We'll admit you in a full-time program of a coaching center. But then we need to be convinced that you mean business. We need to be convinced that you are hardworking. You are doing all the work assigned to you in terms of the various items of work entrusted to you in all our mentoring classes. Do you have any questions up to this point? Any of you? If you have any questions, I'm willing to take them. We'll try to clarify. You see, nearly
Sir,
600.
everyday assignment answers and everyday reports.
I'll mention that. There are 600 students who are registered in our group, and hardly now there are 100. What does it mean? What does that mean? It means that we are more enthusiastic in registering without doing work. Whatever be the reason. One may have hundreds of reasons, but the fact that out of the 600, only 101 are still, including me and your principal and maybe one or two others, it only means that only 90%, 98, 97 students are still part of this program. So this is not how we carry on our programs. It has to be a very sustained effort.
Including other colleges.
Including other colleges. I don't know how many have joined from other colleges. Mukta, do you have an idea? How many have joined from other colleges?
Yes,
Around 20 to 25 members, sir.
So what does it mean? It means that 80 out of 600 who are registered, who have joined this WhatsApp group, are attending this program. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
Huh? So what should it trigger? It should trigger the reflection in each one of the students. If they are not interested, why did they enroll themselves in the program? In the first instance, it's not mandatory. It was purely voluntary and optional. So this is how we need to be aware of the opportunities available. I don't mind even if 100 join, that's okay. But we will watch the performance of these 100 students, make an assessment of the work that they have done. They should write, as I said, every day at least 1 or 2 items from the newspaper. They should also write the items that are interested to them during the mentoring classes, and I conduct at this point of time, I'm conducting a weekly mentoring class for others. Probably you can also join, or you can see whether there could be 2 groups, because some of them are attending for the last 2 years, the weekly mentoring class. And after watching your performance for about 6 months, we will try to admit you in one of the regular coaching centers where you will get civil service coaching almost every day, or at least 3 to 4 times a week. And the payment for that will be made by an NRI by name Mr. Dayakar, who is CEO of a health tech company. I have discussed this with him. We will also do some skill development programs for you, as we are trying to do. Do you have a 3D printer, Jansigar, in your college? Is there a 3D printer? Mukta?
That costs 44,000.
Huh? Bharti garu?
44,000, sir, that costs.
Yeah. We'll try to get a 3D printer for you from Mr. Dayakar, who is an NRI. I think that 3D printer will bring in a lot of creativity into your thinking. A 3D printer, in fact, he has already given a 3D printer to 2 organizations. One is the Saraswati Sishu Mandir in Bhadrachalam. The other is the Aksharavanam in Kalvakurti. He has promised to deliver, and we'll try to get a 3D printer even for you. And the 3D printer will bring out a lot of creativity among the students. Now, who said Sriman Kutturi? Who is this Sriman Kutturi? I'm not part of the group. How can I join the group? Can anyone share one group link, please? Yes. Mr. Sriman, you are part of this now? Hello?
Yes, sir. That's why he sent message.
Correct. Now we can add you into this group, civil service aspirants. Where are you studying, Mr. Sriman? Is it Mr. or Mrs.? Miss or what? Where are you studying?
Sir, I am
Hello?
studying from Kakatiya.
Kakatiya University. Your network is low. The most important thing for an online program is your bandwidth should be good. Your internet connection should be good. Otherwise, nothing can be heard, you know. That's the problem. So make sure that all of you have reasonably good bandwidth and internet internet is reasonably good. Okay. Now, your weekly program, as I said, is every day you need to write the gist of 2 articles or news editorials that you studied in the Hindu. That's the first one. Number 2, every day for the next 1 week, you should start writing about 1 district each in Telangana. These 2 would form your work for the next 1 week. And when we join next week, I will make you go through what you have prepared in English. Meeru tayar chesindi, I'll make you go through and then we'll see what corrections can be made. And we'll Google Sheet. How do we get that, Bharti?
గూగుల్ షీట్ అయితే కనుక అంటే డిస్క్రిప్షన్ కొంచెం డిఫికల్ట్ అవుతుంది కదా సార్. ఇఫ్ యూ హ్యావ్ ఎ మెయిల్ అంటే వాళ్ళు ఎవరో గూగుల్ లింక్ క్రియేట్ చేస్తామన్నారు.
Mukta, how are you going to ensure that they write and then upload it?
Otherwise, we have to create one more email ID for them, sir.
Okay, email ID create chesi group mail.
They have to write in handwriting, sir, not.
Chetarayal. No question of typing. Today, no All India Service Examination or State Civil Service Examination is typed. So all of you will have to write and send me the copies of what you have written in your own hand. Chetarayal. Me handwriting and improve kaapate, there will be no way you can be successful in a civil service examination. So please keep that in mind. So you're writing in your own hand and sending a photocopy of, how do they send it? They send a photocopy.
Shall I share civil service aspirants mail ID, sir?
Huh?
Civil service aspirants mail ID share change.
Change.
Okay.
Civil service aspirants mail ID share change. Let them send it to them.
Okay.
Now, whoever is not part of that, whoever is not part of this group, they can send a message to me.
Or Mukta.
Or
Mukta, sir.
Or Mukta, and then we'll decide. My number is, make a note, my number is 9010. You can type it out in the chat box.
Type chestnanu, sir. Everyone ki type chestanu.
So that you can, those of you who are not part of this, but it will be called AMS Civil Service Aspirants. That's all. Meer ఏ college అయినా కానీ it is called AMS, Andhra Mahila Sabha. So be prepared to have that tag. It will be part of that. So my number.
Send message your number, sir, to everyone.
Yeah, 9010204300 is my number. So send a message to my number indicating what you are studying, your name, what you are studying, your mail ID and mobile number, and why you want to join the civil service. Okay. Any questions? But gradually, we will also roll out the syllabus of the civil service examinations as we go along. Once we understand that you are seriously preparing, we'll tell you the pattern of the civil service examination and see how you will be able to cope up. But first, start reading the newspaper, follow what I have said, and send me on a daily basis what you have written to the mail ID.
I send mail ID also, sir.
Civil service aspirants, do we call it 2022 or 2023 now?
And that already created, sir. That's why I sent that mail ID.
Okay, right. 2220 at
But
gmail.com.
they have to, in subject, they have to mention AMS, sir.
Correct. AMS and Andhra Mela Sabha Civil Service Aspirants Group and Japan. Any questions? Any questions that any participant would like to ask?
Sir, we have to send our details to your number or to that email. Sir.
My number.
Okay.
Sir, if they send mail, that is better, sir. What
Okay,
they are sending, sir?
You send your message into the mail Civil Service Aspirants 2022 at gmail.com.
And in subject, please put Civil Service Aspirants AMS. Then we can easily identify who are from AMS.
Right. Any questions from the participants?
At the end of the mail, please
Now,
mention
you see,
your name. Sir,
we started off with about 110 or so. Now it is 92. What does it mean?
Excluding 3 names, sir, then 89. So in the mail, please mention at the end of the mail your name, mobile number, and in which year you are studying with your group details. Every time you mention those details. And a BSc 3rd year, 2nd year with subjects, sir, then we can.
Right. Any questions from any of the participants? You see, civil service preparation is a lot of work to be done by each individual student. It is not something which can be taught. If you make an effort, we can try to refine that preparation. But the whole effort will have to be made by you.
Sir, small question, sir.
Yeah.
How to start my preparation in basic level, sir? Some standard basic level.
I have told you what you have to start. I have told you. What did I tell you? What did I tell you? You have been
Basics
listening
books,
to me for the last 45 minutes. What did I tell you?
Okay, sir.
What did I tell you? Not okay. What did I tell you?
Newspaper, daily newspaper read.
Are you doing that right now?
Editorial.
Are you doing that now?
Not doing, sir.
Then
today onwards I will.
You start doing that from today, and then we will try to refine it. As I said, your syllabus for civil service or syllabus for other examinations will come in a little later. But your first preparation is reading of the newspaper. The second preparation is reading about the districts. The third preparation is reading about the states. The fourth is reading about the districts in all over the country. So these are the basic things. Once you start doing it, we will try to refine your preparation in terms of specific subjects.
Thank you.
And let me tell you, there is a school in Kodar, Teja School, where the students of 7th class, 8th class, and 9th class are reading newspapers. 7th class students reading English newspaper. So where are you as compared to those students in terms of reading of the newspaper? So first thing is you should start reading a newspaper, preferably an English newspaper. If you are wanting to take the exam in Telugu, read the Telugu newspaper. Absolutely no problem.
Okay, sir.
Where are you, Mr. Vijay Kumar, right now?
I am home, sir.
Ekkada? Home ante edi?
Sir,
Location.
sir.
Evarinti daggara? Ye urlo?
Sir, Torur, sir. Mauba district, Torur mandal.
Adi cheppali kada?
Okay, sir.
How do people know whether you are in Ramanthpur or Torur?
Sir.
Have you heard of Vande Mataram Foundation?
Yes, sir.
Adeem cheppandi. Vande Mataram Foundation Torur lo em chestunaru cheppandi.
సార్ అంటే 10th క్లాస్ పిల్లలకు బేసిక్స్ 10th క్లాస్ పిల్లలకి ఎవరికైతే వాళ్ళకి ఎగ్జామ్ పెట్టి ఎవరైతే హై క్యాండిడేట్స్ ఉన్నారో వాళ్ళని సెలెక్ట్ చేసి వాళ్ళకి ఫ్రీగా ఇంటర్ వరకు ఫ్రీగా ఎడ్యుకేషన్ ఇస్తుంది సార్ వందే మాత్రం ఫౌండేషన్.
ఇంటర్ వరకు వారు ఫ్రీగా ఇస్తున్నారా, లేకపోతే 10th క్లాస్ ఎగ్జామినేషన్ ప్రిపరేషన్ కోసం వాళ్ళకి ట్రైనింగ్ ఇస్తున్నారా?
కాదు సార్.
ఎప్పుడైనా 1 minute, మీరు తొర్రూరులో ఉన్నారు కదా?
అవును సార్.
ఈ వందే మాత్రం ఫౌండేషన్ వాళ్ళు ప్రతి సంవత్సరము 2-3 నెలలు తొర్రూరులో క్యాంప్ నిర్వహిస్తారా?
అవును సార్.
మరి ఎప్పుడైనా వెళ్ళారా ఆ క్యాంప్ కి?
వెళ్ళాను సార్. మొన్న రీబిల్డ్ ఇన్ ఇండియా అని ఒకటి క్విజ్ కాంపిటీషన్ కి అటెండ్ అయినా సార్.
క్విజ్ కాంపిటీషన్ తొర్రూరులో ఈ క్యాంప్ కి, ఈ పిల్లల క్యాంప్ కి వెళ్ళారా?
సార్ వెళ్ళలేదు సార్, విన్నాను సార్.
మరి మీ ఊర్లో, మీరు తొర్రూరులో ఉన్నారు, మీ ఊర్లో జరుగుతున్న అత్యంత విశిష్టమైన ఎడ్యుకేషన్ కార్యక్రమానికి మీరు వెళ్ళకపోతే ఎట్లా? మీరు వెళ్ళి ఫస్ట్ అక్కడ వందే మాత్రం ఫౌండేషన్ రవీందర్ అని ఉంటారు, ఉన్నారా?
ఎస్ సార్, రవీందర్ సార్.
తెలుసా రవీందర్ గారు?
తెలుసు సార్, మొన్న కలిసాను
అది ఎవరి ఇంట్లో పెడుతున్నారు ఆ ప్రోగ్రామ్? ఎవరి కోసం నిర్మించిన బిల్డింగ్ అది?
వాళ్ళ బిల్డింగ్ అనుకుంటా సార్.
అందుకనే మన చుట్టూతా ఉన్న పరిసరాల్ని గమనించాలని చెప్తాను నేను. దట్స్ ఎ బిల్డింగ్ కన్స్ట్రక్టెడ్ బై ఎ లోకల్ డాక్టర్ హూస్ సన్ డైడ్ ఇన్ ఎన్ యాక్సిడెంట్. అవునా కాదా? వారి అబ్బాయి చనిపోతే వాళ్ళ అబ్బాయి కోసం ఒక హాస్పిటల్ కడదామని ఆ డాక్టర్ గారు నిర్ణయం చేశారు. అన్ఫార్చునేట్లీ నో డాక్టర్ ఇస్ విల్లింగ్ టు స్టే దేర్. అందుకని ఆ బిల్డింగ్ ని ఇప్పుడు వందే మాత్రం ఫౌండేషన్ వారికి ఇస్తే వారు ఈ 10th క్లాస్ వారికి శిక్షణ కార్యక్రమాలు నిర్వహిస్తున్నారు. మరి మీకు ఈ సమాచారం అంతా తెలియాలా లేదా? మీరు తొర్రూరు గ్రామం, నేను హైదరాబాద్ లో ఉండేవాడిని, నాకు ఎట్లా తెలుసు
సార్? అది మండల్ క్వార్టర్ సార్ మాది.
మీ దగ్గర నుంచి వరంగల్ ఎంత దూరం, ఖమ్మం ఎంత దూరం?
వరంగల్ 60 ఉంటుంది సార్.
మీ దగ్గర ఉన్న నియరెస్ట్ ఎస్ఆర్ఎస్పి కెనాల్ ఎంత దూరం? శ్రీరామ్ సాగర్ ప్రాజెక్ట్ కెనాల్ ఎంత దూరం మీకు తొర్రూరుకి?
12 కిలోమీటర్స్ సార్ మా దగ్గర ఉంది. 12 అరౌండ్.
ఎప్పుడైనా వెళ్ళి చూసారా శ్రీరామ్ సాగర్ ప్రాజెక్ట్ కెనాల్ ని?
చూసాం సార్. చూసాం సార్.
ఓకే, మీరు ఫస్ట్ ఆ క్యాంప్ కి వెళ్ళి చూడండి అక్కడ ఏం జరుగుతుంది.
ఓకే సార్.
రైట్,
థ్యాంక్ యూ సార్.
నెక్స్ట్, in subject please mention civil service aspirants AMS. Correct. Okay, any other question? Any faculty member wants to say anything? Faculty member of Andhra Mela Sabha, are they available? Unnara Mukta garu?
Sir, I want to ask a question, sir.
Ever? Yeah, please
Mahesh,
ask.
sir.
Yes.
Sir,
First introduce yourself and ask the question.
Sir, myself K. Mahesh from Hyderabad Government City College, first year BA, sir, Political Science Honors.
Very good. Okay, Chapan.
Sir, now I wanted to ask that is NCERT is mandatory to read along with the district maps and states, sir?
It is always advisable. Adi ostam tarvata, but NCERT books are very good.
Very mandatory to read, sir?
Mandatory కాదు. ఇప్పుడు దీంట్లో mandatory ఏముంది? NCERT books are very good. ముఖ్యంగా 10th class, 11th class, 12th class books of NCERT in history, geography, and a number of other subjects are very well prepared. అందువల్ల NCERT పుస్తకాలు చదువుకుంటే you will get a lot of information. మీకు చాలా ఉపయోగపడతాయి. Mandatory అని ఏం లేదు. There is nothing mandatory. The only thing mandatory is that you should keep yourself awake up to 11 o'clock in the night, not sleep after 4 in the morning. That is the only thing mandatory. Have you understood?
Yes, sir. మనం ఎవరైనా అడిగితే understood, sir.
Understood what?
అంటే సార్ మీరు అంటుంది ఈవినింగ్ నైట్ 11 వరకు పడుకోకూడదు, చదువుకుంటూ ఉండాలి. మార్నింగ్ 4 ఆఫ్టర్ 4 తర్వాత పడుకోకూడదు, ఎర్లీ మార్నింగ్ లేవాలి, చదువుకుంటాం అంటారు సార్.
కరెక్ట్, అది మ్యాండేటరీ.
ఓకే సార్. సార్ కానీ మనం ఎవరినైనా అడిగితే కానీ అందరూ ఎన్సీఆర్టీస్ బేసిక్స్ ఏంటి ఎన్సీఆర్టీస్ నుంచి స్టార్ట్ చేయాలని చెప్తారు సార్. ప్రతి ఒక్కరు అట్లా
Correct.
చెప్తారు సార్.
అది మంచి పుస్తకాలు ఎన్సీఆర్టీ సిలబస్ లో చాలా చక్కగా తయారు చేశారు కాబట్టి దే ఆర్ ఆల్వేస్ వెరీ యూస్ఫుల్. అంతకంటే పెద్ద స్టాండర్డ్స్ కూడా అక్కర్లేదు. సివిల్ సర్వీసెస్ పరీక్షలకి ఎన్సీఆర్టీ పుస్తకాలు సరిపోతాయి. ఓకే
ఓకే, థ్యాంక్ యూ సార్. థ్యాంక్ యూ వెరీ
రైట్, గుడ్. ఏం చదువుతున్నారు మీరు మహేష్?
బిఏ ఫస్ట్ ఇయర్ పొలిటికల్ సైన్స్ హానర్స్ సార్.
పొలిటికల్ సైన్స్ ఆనర్స్, రైట్ రైట్.
ఎస్ సార్.
ఓకే, ఎనీ అదర్ క్వశ్చన్? somebody Kirti once ఒకసారి స్టాండర్డ్ బుక్స్ లైక్ లక్ష్మీకాంత్ స్పెక్ట్రమ్ చదివితే మెస్సీ అవుతుంది, అందుకే ఫస్ట్ ఎన్సీఆర్టీ అని అంటారు టు నో ది బేసిక్. దట్స్ ట్రూ. Kirti wants anything? Yeah, Kirti, please go ahead.
Sir, actually, as we see the syllabus like GS1, GS2, GS3 and GS4, సార్ అంటే ఫస్ట్ ఎన్సీఆర్టీస్ లో ఏమంటే మనం స్కూల్ లెవెల్లో చదివింది ఇంతకు ముందు మర్చిపోతాం. ఇప్పుడు కాలేజ్ లెవెల్కి వచ్చేసరికి కొందరు బ్యాక్గ్రౌండ్ ఎంపీసీ, కొందరు బ్యాక్గ్రౌండ్ బైపీసీ అలా ఉంటుంది. సో దిస్ యూపీఎస్సీ కన్సిస్ట్ మోర్ అబౌట్ సోషల్ సబ్జెక్ట్స్ లైక్ పొలిటికల్ సైన్స్, ఇంటర్నేషనల్ రిలేషన్స్, జియోగ్రఫీ, ఎకనామిక్స్, హిస్టరీ అండ్ ఆల్ సోషల్ సబ్జెక్ట్స్. సో ఎన్సీఆర్టీస్ కొంచెం మనకు బేసిక్స్ ఇస్తాయి సార్. అంటే ఇప్పుడు స్టాండర్డ్ బుక్స్ ఆర్ దేర్ లైక్ ఫర్ పాలిటీ వీ హ్యావ్ టు రిఫర్ లక్ష్మీకాంత్ అండ్ ఫర్ హిస్టరీ స్పెక్ట్రమ్, ఫర్ medieval history we have to refer Satish Chandra and for ancient R.S. Sharma. సో ఇటువంటి బుక్స్ లో ఏమంటే సార్ నేను చూస్తుంది అయితే దాంట్లో కొంచెం హై లెవెల్ ఉంటుంది, ఆ ఇంగ్లీష్ కానీ ఆ వొకాబులరీ కానీ, మళ్ళీ మనకు బేసిక్స్ నుంచి ఏది ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేయరు సార్. అదే అందుకే ఎన్సీఆర్టీస్ చదివితే కొంచెం
NCERT is always the best option. You can start with NCERT and yeah.
As we see the patterns సార్, మనకు ప్రిలిమ్స్ లో చాలా వరకు క్వశ్చన్స్ మనం అన్ని స్టాండర్డ్ బుక్స్ చదువుతాం కానీ కొన్ని క్వశ్చన్స్ ప్రిలిమ్స్ లో ఎలా ఉంటాయంటే మాక్సిమం ఎన్సీఆర్టీస్ నుంచి అంటే బేసిక్స్ నుంచి అడుగుతారు. ఇప్పుడు హిస్టరీలో అయితే ఎన్సీఆర్టీస్ చాలా వరకు కవర్ అవుతాయి సార్. అది ఓల్డ్ ఎన్సీఆర్టీస్ అయినా కానీ లేకుంటే న్యూ ఎన్సీఆర్టీస్ అయినా ఆర్ఎస్ తమిళనాడు టెక్స్ట్.
Absolutely, that's the reason why I've been also saying that in addition to NCERTs, follow the newspaper in a very systematic manner. మీరు న్యూస్ పేపర్స్ చదివితే చాలా క్వశ్చన్స్ ప్రిలిమినరీ లెవెల్ యూ విల్ బి ఏబుల్ టు ఈజీలీ ఆన్సర్. దట్స్ ద పాయింట్.
అండ్ న్యూస్ పేపర్ చదివితే సార్ మనకు న్యూస్ పేపర్ చదివే ముందు ఒక సిలబస్ కి ఐడియా ఉంటే మనం న్యూస్ పేపర్ ఏ టాపిక్స్ చదవాలనేది మనకు ఐడియా వస్తుంది. లేకుంటే మొత్తం అంటే స్టార్టింగ్ లో నాకు సిలబస్ ఐడియా లేదు సార్ ప్రిపరేషన్ స్టార్టింగ్ లో. అలా న్యూస్ పేపర్ కి 2.5 hours 3 hours పట్టేది. బట్ ఒకసారి సిలబస్ అనలైజ్ చేస్తే మనకు ఆ 3 hours లో చదివే పేపర్ మనం 1.5 hour 1 hour లో కంప్లీట్ చేస్తాం.
అబ్సల్యూట్. బట్ అసలు న్యూస్ పేపర్ చదవని వాళ్ళు న్యూస్ పేపర్ తో మొదలు పెట్టాలి. దట్స్ ద ఫస్ట్ థింగ్.
స్టార్టింగ్ లో న్యూస్ పేపర్స్ 2.5 hours పడుతుంది, అది అర్థం చేసుకోవాలి. ఎందుకంటే ఇప్పుడు ద డక్కన్ క్రోనికల్ ఇవన్నీ ఇంగ్లీష్ కొంచెం సింపుల్ గా ఉంటుంది, బట్ హిందూ, ఇండియన్ ఎక్స్ప్రెస్ ఇంగ్లీష్ కొంచెం హై లెవెల్ ఉంటుంది. దాంట్లో వొకాబులరీ అనేది కొంచెం స్టాండర్డ్ గా ఉంటుంది. సో మనం ఇంకా కొన్ని పాయింట్స్ ఉంటాయి, అవి మనకు ఆన్సర్ రైటింగ్ లో చాలా ఇంపార్టెంట్ సార్. అంటే అవి ఆన్సర్ రైటింగ్ లో మెన్షన్ చేస్తే మన ఆన్సర్ రైటింగ్ ఇంకా ఎక్కువ ఎఫెక్టివ్ అనిపిస్తుంది. సో మనం
as you go along I'll also mention about the economic and political weekly లో వచ్చే ఆర్టికల్స్ కానీ అవి తర్వాత చెప్తాను మెల్లిగా. And there is also the Hindu Center for Politics and Public Policy. The Hindu Center for Politics and Public Policy కొంచెం రీసెర్చ్ చేసి వాళ్ళు దాంట్లో, and that all the publications are in the net. The Hindu Center for Politics and Public Policy వాళ్ళ పబ్లికేషన్స్ అన్ని కూడా నెట్ లో ఉన్నాయి. But they are slightly advanced level లో జరిగేవి. ఫస్ట్
ఇప్పుడు
ప్రిలిమినరీగా మీరు న్యూస్ పేపర్ రీడింగ్ మొదలు పెట్టండి. ఆఫ్టర్ 6 months I'll tell you what to be done.
ఓకే సార్, ఇప్పుడు టాపిక్స్ లో ఎడిటోరియల్స్ లో వాళ్ళు చాలా పాయింట్ ఆఫ్ వ్యూస్ ఇస్తుంటారు. నిన్నటి పేపర్ రీసెంట్లీ పేపర్ లో డిప్లొమాసీ గురించి ఇచ్చారు సార్. దాంట్లో వాళ్ళు చాలా బాగా కవర్ చేశారు డిప్లొమసీ గురించి. అందుకే న్యూస్ పేపర్ అనేది చాలా యూస్ఫుల్ అవుతుంది.
న్యూస్ పేపర్ చదవటమే కాకుండా మీరు రాసుకోవాలని చెప్తున్నాను. ఇండెక్స్ చేసుకోవాలి. What you have read, you need to write down the gist, index it, so that you can go back to it. You can always go back to the indexed items in the newspaper, both editorials and also the editorial page articles. Okay, any other questions?
Sir, NCERT is 6 to 12 లేకుంటే 10 to 12 enough sir?
మీకు 6 to 12 అక్కర్లేదు, బట్ అబౌట్ 8th class నుంచి తీసుకోండి. 8th class.
Okay sir, okay sir.
NCERT books. In fact, the whole of the NCERT textbooks will not be more than 4,000 rupees. 4,500 కంటే ఎక్కువ ఉండదు మీకు.
Yes sir, not more expensive.
3,500.
Yeah.
3,500.
35 books.
Right. So అవి పెట్టుకున్నట్లయితే it will be a constant source of study and information. And also there are good debates these days in Lok Sabha TV, and those debates are also very useful. As you are a little more comfortable and as you go along, there are a lot of BBC productions, BBC TV productions on various subjects. But first, to start with the newspaper reading. Newspaper, Wikipedia, and your NCERT, I think for the next 6 months, that should be adequate. Any other question? The number is dwindling gradually. It has now come down to 85. Mukta?
Yes, sir.
Are you following the dwindling numbers?
Yeah, sir.
So what's the moral of the story? Aramba Suratvamu. Antena? Telugu varu Aramba Surulu antuntaru. That's what is in evidence.
Yes, sir.
Jhansi garu unnara? Is she online? Principal garu?
Sir, excuse me, sir.
Yeah, would you like to say anything?
Yes, sir. అది ద హిందూలో కొన్ని బయాస్డ్ అంటే కొన్నిటికి ద హిందూ న్యూస్ పేపర్ లో ఈ మధ్య కాలంలో బయాస్డ్ న్యూస్ వస్తుంది అన్నట్టుగా, అంటే ఒకటి దాని మీద
Any newspaper would have some editorial orientation, whether it is Indian Express or Hindu or Times of India. But you can always go back to
అన్నారు. ఈ మధ్య కాలంలో బయాస్డ్ ఒపీనియన్ ఉంటుంది ఒక దాని మీద అన్నట్టుగా అన్నారు.
That's okay. I mean, you read two newspapers so that you get, in fact, 2 newspapers are always better. You go to Indian Express, you go to Hindu, or you go to Times of India and Hindu. Once you start reading a newspaper, you will certainly get to know the different perspectives. I don't think we have any newspaper which is totally free from bias. Kabatti, the one Hindu has become a little critical of some of the decisions of Government of India. That's fine. But that's to overcome that, you also start reading an Express, a newspaper like the Express, Indian Express, or the Times of India. You will get a different perspective. In some editorials, yes, there will be a bias in terms of the editorial content. But first of all, information. You are now more interested in information, not the bias part of it. Once you gather information, whether it is biased information or whether it has a slant or not, then you will be able to appreciate it yourself. Okay?
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Right. Any other point? Any other question? Principal garu unnara? Is she there on the?
Sir, unnanu.
Jhansi garu?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, would you like to say anything?
Yes, sir. So
You are not
dream.
audible. You are not audible fully, Jhansi garu.
Sir. So So my phone is with full
No,
maximum.
still
volume.
not audible.
Let me check, sir.
No,
ఇప్పుడు వినిపిస్తుందా సార్?
లేదు.
సార్ ఫోన్ కెపాసిటీ ఇలాగే ఉంది సార్. మాక్సిమం లో ఉన్నా సార్ నేను వాల్యూమ్.
No, but I think the net లో is some problem.
Sir.
Our net లోనే and connections కానీ. We are hardly able to hear.
సార్ సో చాలా మంచి విషయం సార్. చాలా మంది స్టూడెంట్స్ జాయిన్ అయ్యారు ఈ గూగుల్ లింక్. బట్ యాజ్ యు సెడ్,
But I am disappointed that out of 600 only 85 are remaining.
Yes sir. Because
that shows the initial enthusiasm is not matched by performance. That almost is 1 out of 8, 1 out of
again
7.
We motivate, sir. We won't lose our motivation to motivate students, sir. That is
Yeah.
there. And also రంజాన్ ముందు రోజు కాబట్టి కొంచెం అందరూ ఒక ఫెస్టివల్ మూడ్ లో ఉండుంటారు సార్, ఫ్యామిలీ. సో బట్ ఐ అప్రిషియేట్ దట్ స్టూడెంట్స్ కొంతమంది అన్న 80 మెంబర్స్ అంటే ఇట్ ఈస్ ఆల్సో ఏ గుడ్ నంబర్ సార్ ఫర్ ఎయిమింగ్ ఎట్ సర్టెన్ థింగ్స్. సో అదే
ఇప్పుడు వీళ్ళు వీక్లీ వాళ్ళు ఝాన్సీ గారు వాళ్ళు వీక్లీ రాసిన వాటిని ఎవాల్యుయేట్ చేయడానికి కూడా ఐ థింక్ యూ నీడ్ టు ఇయర్ మార్క్ 1 or 2 లెక్చరర్స్. Whatever they write.
టీమ్ ని పెడతాం సార్.
ఒక ఇంగ్లీష్ పాయింట్ ఆఫ్ వ్యూ నుంచి ఒకళ్ళు,
yes sir,
ఇంగ్లీష్ భాష గురించి ఒకళ్ళు, తర్వాత కంటెంట్ గురించి ఒకళ్ళు ఇద్దరిని పెడితే whatever they write, I think we can have some evaluation and then we can conduct the mentoring sessions with reference to that. Hello? మీ బ్యాండ్విడ్త్ సరిగా లేదు, మీ కనెక్టివిటీ ఝాన్సీ గారు. హలో,
సార్
మీ బ్యాండ్విడ్త్ కూడా ఇంప్రూవ్ చేసుకోవాలనుకుంటున్నాను.
తప్పకుండా సార్, తప్పకుండా. సో థ్యాంక్ యూ వెరీ మచ్ సార్ ఫ్రమ్ మై బాటమ్ ఆఫ్ హార్ట్ దట్ యూ హ్యావ్ టేకెన్ గ్రేట్ ఇనిషియేటివ్ సార్. మేము ఎప్పటి నుండి ఆంధ్రమేళ సభలు అనుకుంటున్నాం సార్, కొంతకాలం రన్ చేయగలిగాం కానీ బట్ ఇంత రిగరస్ గా ఇమీడియట్ ఎఫెక్ట్ మళ్ళీ మీరు ఇంత టైం స్పెండ్ చేయడం స్టూడెంట్స్ కి రియల్లీ ఐఎమ్ థ్యాంక్ఫుల్ టు యూ సార్. స్టూడెంట్స్ చాలా మంది నిజంగానే రియల్ మోటివేట్ అయిన వాళ్ళు మనకి హ్యాండ్ఫుల్ 10 or 20 అయినా కూడా ఐ థింక్ ఇట్ ఈస్ ద గ్రేటెస్ట్ థింగ్ యాజ్ ఎ టీచర్. సో అందుకని ఇప్పటికైతే ఇది చాలా మంచి ఇనిషియేటివ్ సార్. స్టూడెంట్స్ కూడా ఇంకా బాగా మోటివేట్ అవుతారు అనుకుంటున్నాను సార్. వీళ్ళని మీరు అన్నట్టు ఇవాల్యుయేట్ చేస్తుందాం సార్ వాళ్ళ పెర్ఫార్మెన్స్. మీరు చెప్పినవన్నీ కూడా వాళ్ళు ఫాలో అయ్యేటట్టు చూస్తారు సార్. ఒక టీం తయారు చేస్తాం సార్ కాలేజ్ లో. బట్ కానీ ఏంటంటే మన స్టూడెంట్స్ అయినా వేరే స్టూడెంట్స్ అయినా వీళ్ళు ఈ గ్రూప్ లో జాయిన్ అయ్యారు కాబట్టి ఎవరికైనా కూడా ఈక్వల్ గానే మనం మన yes sir, it will reach to entire state sir slowly within 10 days or so. By next week it will reach to entire state sir. మన జూమ్ లింక్ లో ఇంకా జాయిన్ అవుతారు సార్.
ఓకే, so thank you very much and happy civil services day to all of you.
Thank you sir.
Thank you.
Thank you sir.
Thank you sir.
Thank you sir.
For the day, thank you everyone, all the very best.
Thank you sir.